Jay here for Stretford Paddock. This is the Paper Talk. As you can see, I'm outside Old Trafford and it's pretty sunny. It's actually warm. I don't know why I've got my hoodie on. We'll get straight into it. Lots of stories this morning. Some of them focusing on a potential midfielder coming into Manchester United in the summer. We'll get into that one. And also Memphis Depay, remember him? Used to be our number 7 before we got another number 7. Well, he scored a hat-trick for Holland against Turkey. And as often happens when Memphis Depay does anything good, his time at United is spoken about and whether it was a mistake and things like that. Now, I think he's broken a record for the most amount of goals by a Dutch player in a calendar year. I think this is 12 goals now, and he's up there. I think he's just behind the likes of Robin van Persie and Ruud van Nistelrooy in terms of goals for Holland. So he's obviously doing really well for his country. He's had the move to Barcelona, and as always, people say, well, should Manchester United have got rid of him? Should we let him go? Did we let him go too soon? I think we sold him for about 17 million quid to Lyon, didn't we? And he's spoken about this, about his time at United and whether it, what happened. And he said, I thought a lot about why it went wrong. The first season, I had to adapt and it didn't go well compared to my time at PSV. I lost a bit of confidence and I lost the confidence of Van Gaal and his staff. It was hard for me. The following season, I felt like I had more experience, but they changed the coach. Jose Mourinho came and I fought to get into the team, but I think the idea of giving me a chance was never in his head. He never gave me an opportunity, never. I went to his office, but it changed nothing. You can imagine that conversation was pretty short, can't you? Can I play Jose? No, all right, fine enough. It was a very difficult period. I felt that I was training well and the players themselves did not understand it. Pogba and Zlatan told me, why don't you ever play? It's nice, isn't it? Cheers, lads. So listen, Depay is one of those players for me that was very good at PSV. I was excited when he arrived. Didn't work out. He had a good first month. I think he might have even been player of the month for his first month, if memory serves. But it just went wrong very quickly, and he lost his confidence. You see the crowd were getting a little bit on his back because he was pretty poor, to be honest with you, towards the end of his time in United. Went to Lyon, rejuvenated his career somewhat. Obviously doing well for Holland, but yeah, every time he scores goals or does well, people say, "Oh, did we let him go too soon?" It just didn't happen for him. So I'm sort of not too disappointed that he moved on. Disappointed it didn't work out, but not disappointed he moved on. And I think even the move to Barcelona has been a little bit misleading because people go, oh, he's gone to Barcelona, he should have come back to United. They're not quite the Barcelona of old, are they? And this hasn't been a sort of, a huge money deal for him. Yes, going to Barcelona is a positive, but I think we have to sort of put it into context. In other news, James Garner played 90 minutes for England under-21s as they beat Kosovo 2-0. Great to see him doing well. He's obviously gone back to Nottingham Forest. He signed a new deal at United, gone back to Nottingham Forest. Did really well towards the back end of last season there. Obviously went to Watford at first on loan, didn't quite work out. They changed managers, he wasn't really getting the games he wanted. Went to Nottingham Forest, was absolutely flying. The Nottingham Forest fans were comparing him to Sergio Busquets, which tells you how well he was doing, how accurate that is, I don't know. So hopefully he can have a good season at Forest and come back next season and put a bid in to be a midfielder for Manchester United for here. I think he'll be about that time, about that age, where you look at it and go, yeah, now is his time to get into the first team. And I think another season on loan is the right idea. Very exciting player, can play as an 8 or a 6, I think, James Garner. So it'll be interesting to see where Forest use him and whether he comes back and plays here as a 6. I think the 6 is what we're all obsessed with, isn't it? I think have we got a 6? He could be an option next season, and he's obviously doing well for England under-21s as well. In terms of transfer news, Youri Tielemans has been gaining attention, according to the Mail, from Real Madrid, Barcelona and Manchester United, as Leicester tried to tie down key midfielder to a new contract this year. Tillmans obviously had a fantastic season last season, scored the winner in the FA Cup final. That's the stuff that dreams are made of. He's always been a talent ever since he arrived at Leicester. I think they paid about 32 million quid for him, which is quite a lot for them, but obviously worth it. I think he's got 2 years left on his deal. They obviously want to keep hold of him. United have been linked with him. Again, I don't want to keep mentioning 6 and 8s, but I think he's a little bit more of an 8 than someone who's just going to sit in front of the defence. But a player that I think most United fans, from judging from what I've seen on social media and the comments we've seen about him, would be happy to see him at Old Trafford. I certainly would. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. I think if he signs a new deal with Leicester, yes, you can always buy the players off Leicester, but it's going to be very difficult. We saw it with Harry Maguire, didn't it? He signed a new deal. United went in for him not long after, and we had to pay 80 million quid for him. Leicester are a bit of a funny one in the sense that they do sell players, Riyad Mahrez and N'Golo Kante, Ben Chilwell, Harry Maguire, but they sell them for a chunk of change, don't they? They don't just give them away. They've got owners, unlike our lot, that actually give a toss about the club and won't just let players go on the cheap. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that one. Tillmans is a target, and he could end up at Old Trafford. Another story as well, it's Bruno's birthday. Thought we'd mention that. Why not? And contrary to some reports by disreputable blogs, formerly great local papers, as Stephen Howson would say, he's 27. And I think, I'm just looking at his stats, I think he's had 43 goals, 25 assists in 83 games. So what's that, 78 goal involvements in 83 games? Waste of money, wasn't it? Eh? Why did we bother? You think back, I always go on about it, but you think back to here, after that 2-0 loss to Burnley, I don't think I've ever been at a lower ebb post Sir Alex Ferguson. It was just dreadful. You thought, we're never going to make top 4 now. Ollie's probably going to end up getting the sack. It's just all going wrong. Bruno came in, completely rejuvenated things, and I cannot wait to see him and Cristiano Ronaldo alongside each other. You've probably seen the pictures doing the rounds of Ronaldo at Carrington. I think, you know, social media team are getting the money's worth out of him there, aren't they? Yeah, and it looks like he is going to make his debut against Newcastle, and we'll be here for that one after the game, getting all the post-match reaction. We'll also have the watch-along as well, and all the build-up and the preview as well. So make sure you are checking out all the other videos we've got on the channel as well. Don't forget as well to hit subscribe if you've not done that. We're over 600k. We want to get to 700k by the end of the season, and I think we can do it just in time for us lifting European Cup Champions League number 4. 4 is coming. And don't forget as well to check out the merchandise. We've got Ronaldo t-shirts and hoodies. We've got Bruno Fernandes t-shirts and hoodies. We've got loads of new stuff on there, new merch, including some Mason Greenwood stuff. We've got it covered. Whoever your favourite player is, we've got you, yeah? Don't worry about that. Just go and check out the merch. Paddockmerch.com. Pretty easy to remember. There's a link in the description. I've been Jay Motti. This has been the Paper Talk. Thanks for watching.